Okay, DK style of cooking, cuisine, it has impact. It's a whirlwind of flavors and textures.
It's very bold, very flavorful.
Very dynamic, very charismatic food. We used to be going, wow, that's really good.
Well, because I'm Sansei, third generation, I don't have the traditional Japanese mindset where this way has got to be done. You can be as innovative as you want to. When I was at University of Hawaii, I was majoring in engineering because my dad was an engineer. He's a civil engineer. I wanted to try something new, so I worked at Horatio's restaurant, and I think I got the restaurant bug. Well, I started off, bussing tables, worked my way up to server, and finally ended up managing the bar. And then a friend of mine was going to open a restaurant in Seattle and said, why don't you come up and manage it for me? So I said, okay. So off I went. And from there, I met a guy who was going to open a restaurant in Aspen, Colorado. And I didn't know where Aspen, Colorado was. And lo and behold, I spent the next, over 10 years in Aspen. Well, I got my culinary training on the job with Julian Peter's Creative Catering. And of course, I learned sushi at the sushi bar, the best sushi bar in Aspen at that time, called Taka Sushi. Well, I've been on the mainland for a long time, and I was starting to miss home. And in the back of my mind was saying, I can open a restaurant here in Hawaii. And Kapalua offered me a perfect spot to start a restaurant. Well, when I first opened the restaurant, I knew it was going to take a lot of hard work. For the first 3 years, I never took a day off, and I was spending 14 to 18 hours a day at the restaurant. In fact, some nights, I would sleep down in the basement. Well, Sansei, we've got a lot of signature items, you gotta have. Okay, one, of course, is the panko crusted ahi sashimi with a soy wasabi butter sauce.
This panko ahi is slightly cooked on the outside for texture, and it's still raw, so you have that purity, that flavor.
We have our Japanese calamari salad with a gochujang vinaigrette. We have some special rolls, our special Sansei seafood roll, which is a spicy crab and cilantro with a sweet Thai chili sauce.
You have the delicate nuance of these fresh fish, but all of a sudden you have something with Spanish coming in, or something Mexican or Korean coming in, so that the base is still Japanese, but then he throws all these other twists at you.
Okay, the reason why I call it Sansei was we're not only Japanese based, but we're Americanized. And it's just like my family who came from Japan, and because I'm the third generation, I'm very Americanized at the same time. When I think of aloha, I think of my mom. She was more than a hostess. She would help everyone out. She would make the guests feel at home.
Always wanting to think about the guests first. And that really, her way of thinking actually got integrated in our company culture. We always want to be caring. We want to be able to accommodate their needs.
With our teams, the image I would always ask them to consider is, what would Mom Kodama do in that situation? How would she handle those things?
She's still here in spirit, but, we miss her.
Well, at first, I've never thought about a second restaurant, let alone third, eighth, or ninth. I never thought about it, okay? But people would come up and ask me if I would like to open a restaurant at a certain place. I look at it and say, well, is it gonna work?
So our brand has grown. We've also opened up, a sister restaurant, DK Steakhouse, and then Hiroshi's Eurasian Tapas and Vino.
Well, we do a lot of charity events, okay? And it's not because we're asked to do it, okay? But it's because we believe in giving back.
The word I would pick to describe DK is ikimasho, which means let's go, man. He's very proactive. Let's get things done. Let's go.
Energetic, I should say, and if people meet him, they'll say, yeah, he's energetic. I think he's innovative. I have to say innovative.
Innovation is one thing, okay? Innovation is really good, but you have to remember the fact that you always have to start with the base quality, how fresh the fish is, how fresh the products are. And from there, it'll inspire you to create something very unique, very special. But farm to table is what we're after right now. Quality food, starts with good quality ingredients. The best thing about, having a restaurant is to see your customers enjoying the food and having a great time. That's the most gratifying thing for me. Most satisfying thing is when they walk out the door and says, man, I had a great time.